Hi everybody, my name is Kang Ho of Dim Sum Property. With me today is Mr. Alan Chong. We are very pleased to have him here with us. Alan is the Senior Director of Savills Research and Consultancy. So a lot of focus has been placed on the Singapore property market. So probably our first question will be on the Singapore residential. So Alan, thank you very much. For Singapore residential, there is a consensus that there is an oversupply of residential private in the market. Can you give us a sense of the outlook? How you see it in the next 2 to 3 years?
The consensus about the oversupply of the private residential market segment probably pertains to the non-landed segment of the market. And for that, I think why we ended up with this kind of fear of oversupply was that we came from a situation of relative undersupply in the period from 2009 to 2013. And during that period in time, the vacancy rates were about 5 to 7% for the non-landed property segment. And now we are heading towards a 10% vacancy rates and likely to remain at 10% vacancy rates for the foreseeable future. Now, because of this relative change from the single-digit vacancy rates to, say, low double-digit vacancy rates, we could have moved from a situation of a very tight residential market to a normal residential behavior in the market. And this movement from a tight supply, or rather relative undersupply, to a normal situation gives the market the impression that we are in an oversupply situation. But the fact of the matter is that the market was at a heightened level of inflationary period where vacancies were 5 to 7, which was, rents were growing at rates like 5% per annum, whereas the inflationary rate was 2 to 3% per annum. So that cannot be sustained. And now we are heading back towards more normalized market conditions, and so that dipping over from undersupply to normal market conditions gave rise to this fear. So it's a perception that it is oversupply. I think in Singapore, given the compactness of the real estate market and the density of the population, over a longer period of time, when we say longer period of time, maybe not years, but say you give it or take a year or so, the high-end, mid-tier and the mass market should even itself and iron itself, because you can move from one segment to another segment if prices have over-corrected or under-corrected for any of these particular 3 segments. So I think they tend to move, and the URA price index shows that they are highly correlated in terms of the 3. At this point in time, we will see probably 2 different markets moving at different speed. In the resale market, because sellers can be easily subject to the prisoner's dilemma effect, and they have less bargaining power, less marketing clout, they are likely to give in to a buyer's offer. And in today's market, people who need to sell, chances are they are under more pressure to sell than into a period where you don't have much support in terms of buying power. So prices in the resale market tends to be softer. But in the new sale market, i.e. the primary sales market, the weight of money going after land means that land prices will be high. And when the production cost is high, developers will likely to maintain the selling price. So you have a bifurcated market where the resale prices tend to be soft, and the new sale prices tends to be flat to exhibiting marginal upside. I think for the next 6 months to 9 months, there will be a period allowed because not much tenant movements are expected, i.e. major movements of tenants. Because those major moves have got their leases renegotiated, or they prefer to break the lease and not renew the lease and go to a new deal. So those have already taken place, and that has already made itself known in rental declines last year and this year. So next 6 months to 9 months, we don't foresee that there will be major signing of tenants because the leases are not due till the next phase, which is probably in the 2018, 19, 20 period in time. But after say June 2017, when we start looking at tenancies that are due for renewal in 2018 and 2019, we'll see another probably a period where rents may come under a bit of pressure. For 2017, I think if we use a model to predict, we're expecting about a 20% decline in gross face rent. But we don't think that it will come down to that level because when you build models tend to be symmetrical. Having the line of best fit, if it goes up by X%, you expect it to come down by X% for a given change in vacancies. That may not be the case because landlords today have stronger holding powers and they're trying to resist the downside. So the downside at most we probably see 10% fall in base rent.
Okay.
Right? And
From the peak.
For year on year, against 2016. 2016 we are probably going to end the year with 5% downside compared with 2015. 2015 we've already seen about 5% in terms of rent. So rents will probably be under a little bit of pressure in the second half of 2017, and then we think that beyond that it's a bit difficult to forecast. So we rely a bit on the model, but for 2017 we can still rely on our business leasing team experts who can have some visibility and clarity for next year, and they think that it's probably going to be a bit of downside towards the second half of the year. 2018 we rely on the model. The model is saying that perhaps the market is up to tend to the downside means the trough will be there about 2018 and the market will start to build a base into 18 onwards.
So 18 will be kind of like the base.
Yes.
I see.
I think a couple of factors that is affecting retail. So it's like when you have multiple regression, you don't have just one variable. So the drivers could be one is that's pulling things down, one is e-commerce, and the other is I think what is affecting the retail market most today, that weightage should be on the economy, and the third one will be on budget air travel. So besides e-commerce, the major drag today is probably the economy. For one reason, the F&B sector, which cannot really be replaced by e-commerce, has been going down year on year for the past many months, almost 10 double-digit levels, so like 9% to 11% year-on-year decline in F&B sales for the past close to a year, past 1 year. So that means that it is not e-commerce that's affecting F&B, but probably one, the economy, which is causing decline, loss of disposable income, and secondly, the slack that's emerging in the labour market, which is causing, which is affecting the retail more than just slowdown in the economy. The third reason is another reason for the decline besides the economy is probably budget air travel, because in retail we have what we call comparison goods that we don't buy so often, we buy infrequently, like shoes, clothing, and budget air travel is open up the door to make regional shopping destinations within easy reach. So the accessibility because of air travel has opened up a new frontier in the shops in Bangkok, Hong Kong, Korea, Japan could be competing away that purchasing power, purchasing dollar for comparison goods. So the person may just go to a neighboring country, looks at a pair of shoes, which is cheaper, buys the shoes, and doesn't need to make a purchase for the next 1 year.
Okay, I think we have a very good overview of Singapore residential, office and retail from Alan in such a short period of time. So once again, thanks very much, Alan. It's always a pleasure to have you. We always gain a lot of knowledge from your insights. Thank you, Alan. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.